The Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra is shaping up to be the phone that finally unleashes the true power of Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 2. And here's the twist. Samsung's version of this chip isn't just powerful, it's actually the fastest one you'll find in any phone. So, what makes this Ultra so special? Well, reports say the Snapdragon inside the S26 Ultra is clocked at 4.74 GHz. That's slightly higher than the standard Elite Gen 2, which runs at 4.61 GHz. Sounds like a small difference, right? But when you put it into benchmarks, the Ultra hits a single core score of 44,000, while the regular version only manages around 3,900. In real-world use, that extra speed could mean smoother gaming, quicker app launches, and just a more responsive experience overall. For power users, that's a big deal. But let's compare this with what we've seen before. The Galaxy S25 Ultra already had strong performance, but Samsung didn't get this kind of boost out of its chip. And when you put it side by side with Apple, it's clear Samsung is trying to stay in the game. Apple is reportedly beefing up the iPhone 17 Pro with a larger battery to support its next-gen chips. Meanwhile, Samsung is sticking with the same 5000 mAh battery we saw in the S25 Ultra. It's a solid size, but with all that extra horsepower under the hood, the real question is whether screen on time will take a hit. Performance is great, but no one wants their phone dying halfway through the day. And then there's the processor drama behind the scenes. Samsung has been desperate to bring its own Exynos chips back into the spotlight. Originally, the plan was to use the Exynos 2500 in the Galaxy S25 series, but that chip wasn't ready on time. It ended up debuting later with the Galaxy Z Flip 7. Now, Samsung has been pouring resources into the next big thing, a 2nm Exynos 2600 for the Galaxy S26. But according to leaks, the company may not have cracked it just yet. That's why we're seeing the S26 Ultra lined up with Qualcomm's Snapdragon instead. Of course, there's always a small chance Samsung goes back to its old split strategy. Snapdragon in some regions, Exynos in others. Early reports hinted at it, but right now, most signs point to Qualcomm running the show. And if that's true, then the S26 Ultra is likely going to be the best example of what the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 2 can actually do. But here's where things get interesting. If Samsung is willing to push clock speeds this far, what else are they willing to tweak? Could we see better cooling systems or software optimizations that squeeze even more out of the chip? And more importantly, will this be enough to convince users to upgrade from the already powerful Galaxy S25 Ultra? The biggest reveal, though, might not even be about the processor. Rumors suggest Samsung could have something else up its sleeve for the Ultra. Whether it's a design change, camera upgrade, or even a surprise feature no one saw coming. And that's what keeps everyone guessing. One thing's for sure, if you want the best Snapdragon experience, you're probably going to have to go with the Galaxy S26 Ultra. It's shaping up to be the phone that shows just how far Qualcomm's new chip can go. So, what do you think? Is the S26 Ultra's performance boost enough to make you upgrade, or are you holding out for something bigger? Let me know your thoughts, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more updates on the Galaxy S26 series.